Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So we have a lot to talk about today, especially when it comes down to the Utah Jazz, but not really so much the Utah Jazz as really the contenders in the NBA that have a real solid chance of trading for some of the veteran players left after the Donovan Mitchell trade, probably for pretty cheap, man. Like, to be quite honest, the Utah Jazz obviously in a full-on rebuild, and they don't want to be a good team next season. They don't. I mean, they want to tank and go for guys like Victor Wembanyama or Scooter Henderson, players like that. So I think they're going to be more than willing to not only give up some players, but also for pretty dang cheap, have that be, I don't know, draft picks or just matching contracts, things like that. But yeah, man, because as you can see right here, as it was reported, the Utah Jazz are engaged in trade talks on Boyan Bogdanovic, Mike Conley, and Jordan Clarkson. So I do have a question for you guys in the comment section below. What teams / trades do you think are the best ones for these players? For today's video, I'm going to give you guys one trade scenario for each one of these guys. We're also going to include Rudy Gay in that, just because, I don't know, I think Rudy Gay still has something left in the tank. Obviously like the Memphis Grizzlies days or nothing like that, but still a player that can do some things, off the bench for certain contenders and stuff like that. So yeah, if I can ask you guys, if you are watching this video, if you are enjoying it so far, please hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button. We're getting very close to 300K subscribers, and I simply cannot get there without you, my friends. So thank you all so much for that. And let's go ahead and hop over to NBA 2K. Also, no stoner flakes today. Actually went to the gym this morning, shot some hoops, even drank some bitch-ass muscle milk, man. Like, I'm feeling pretty good today. Feeling pretty good. I've been like lifting and stuff like that, so it feels kind of cool. Just, I don't know, man, just feeling better about myself and everything. So, Utah Jazz. Okay. I got my trades actually pulled up on my screen. I did a little bit of research before the video started, just so I had like, the scenarios that I wanted to happen and everything. So, the first player that we are going to trade away, we're going to start pretty small. We are going to go with Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay, man, 35 years of age. I think Rudy Gay at this point in his NBA career, probably pretty much, just kind of like a spot up or catch and shoot 3-point shooter. I don't really know if he got the athleticism like that anymore either. What's his dunk? The dunk is always a good indicator in this game. It's like, hey, this player is still kind of athletic. I think for the most part, like, those days are kind of over for him. So he still got 70 drop. Dunk ain't bad, man. But no, the perfect team for Rudy Gay, in my opinion, has to be the Boston Celtics. And the reason I say that is because it was reported that Danilo Gallinari tore his ACL and he is going to be out for the season. Honestly, it could be the end of his career, man. Like, Gallinari has had a few serious injuries like that. So being able to, get a guy like Rudy Gay as a replacement, although what is Rudy Gay's contract at? Because I guess that could make things a little bit confusing in that sense. So contract, that's affordable as heck, man. It even got, got the player option, okay, on the 2023 season. So I was going through the Celtics roster trying to figure out, like, the perfect trade to get this done. I was thinking, like, maybe, like, Peyton Pritchard, although I know Celtic fans don't really want to do that, especially for a 35-36 Rudy Gay. But then it kind of came to me. I was like, by the way, I think there was, like, some additional added-on players on here, just because 2K automatically adds them on sometimes. But if Gallinari got injured, they should get an injury exception because the same thing happened with Chet. So I assume they could just use that to trade for Rudy Gay, right, man? So obviously this is, I gotta keep the roster straight and everything like that. So we're gonna toss Gallinari into the trade. Obviously he wouldn't get traded there, but it says he's still healthy on here and everything like that. So I want him to have an impact on the Celtics at all, for the simulation. So yeah, man. So I mean, we're gonna do this. We're going to pretend Danilo is an injury exception. He's not a player in this case. He's an injury exception. But also, you got to give up something, too. And, I mean, I don't know if I'd give up a first-round pick. I mean, 2 second-round picks, something like that, I think would definitely be more than enough in this case. Plus, Rudy, you get his contract off the books and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty fair. Rudy Gay's scoring is really going to help out that Celtics team. So there we go. Well, they don't like it. But, hey, we're going to override it, man, because 2K, I don't care about their bitch-ass thoughts on trades. You could do like trades that actually happen. 2K is like the other team rejects. It's like, y'all don't know, man. You don't know Ronnie 2K. Okay, so next up, let's go ahead and do Boyan Bogdanovic. Boyan Bogdanovic, I think I have the perfect team for him. So originally, it was said that the Phoenix Suns were interested, which I don't think that's a bad move. I think the Phoenix Suns is a really good team for him to go to, but they have Jay Crowder, who's fine. They have Cam Johnson, who obviously was the most improved player candidate last year. Like, it's not a bad fit. Financially, you got to make it work and everything like that, which could, maybe like a Dario Saric or something like that. But for the most part, I think I found a better fit here, man. The team that I think absolutely 1 trillion% needs to go for Boyan Bogdanovic is the Miami Heat. And obviously they lost PJ Tucker. You know, obviously that power forward position. I mean, you look at the roster, it's kind of lacking, man. It's kind of lacking at the power forward position. I don't think Ersan Ilyas Hope is on the team. If he is, man, he's only 34, so he's got to be about 4,000 years old. You know, Udonis Haslem, I mean, I don't think he's touched the basketball court in about, 17 years. That's not true, but he ain't going to be starting for you. Jovic is too young. It's perfect. Exactly what they need. And I think in this case, to get that done, you're probably doing a trade. I would probably want Omar Yurtseven, good young player. You obviously gotta toss on some money because he's on a minimum deal, so you gotta toss in a little bit extra money to make it match and everything like that. And I'm thinking probably Duncan Robinson. The issue with this is that obviously he's a pretty large contract. Now for a rebuilding team, that's not that big a deal. But I think what you actually do here is, if you toss in maybe 1 or 2 first round picks, because, you're doing this not only to get Boyan Bogdanovic, but you're also doing it to get off of Duncan Robinson's contract. And actually, or I'm sorry, that's exactly what's going on. But I'm thinking, a first round pick and Omar, or you just do 2 first round picks. And like I said, not saying Boyan is necessarily worth that, although he is around like a high 18-point per game scorer, but also getting off Duncan Robinson's contract and them taking on, you have to do something like that. But I'm just like, what do they got for centers? Because I thought they got that Walker Kessler dude, I believe, on the team. It was a Wiki, so I don't know if they really want like another young center. So I think in this case, they would probably want another first round draft pick, and I think that's pretty fair there, man. Boyan's a buck. I think he's extremely underrated. So yeah, we're gonna put this trade through, and it should be enough to get it done. And they declined it, but I don't care about 2K, so let's do it, man. Let's do it. Okay, so Boyan Bogdanovic to be the new power forward for the Miami Heat. Love the fit so much. All right, next up, let's go ahead and do, let's do Jordan Clarkson, one of the greatest 6-man of all time. But also, you got to keep this in mind, just because he's a 6-man doesn't mean he has to be a 6-man. Like, there could just be a team that just needs a good shooting guard, and Jordan Clarkson, man, would fit that. But, for me, I actually have a team that I think makes a lot of sense, once again, to have him as a 6-man. So let's toss him up here. Where are we at? Jordan Clarkson, 80 overall player, about $12 million contract. Per season, 2-year with a player option. Man, the perfect fit. I know we were talking about Boyan to the Suns, but I think Jordan Clarkson to the Suns. Man, do I love this fit. And the reason I love the fit here is because, not only does he give them this huge scoring spark off the bench, he's a little bit of insurance. If an older CP3 goes down with injury, he can play with Chris Paul or Devin Booker in the backcourt, and you're good to go there. Now, obviously, once again, you got to put together a trade that intrigues them. I think some draft picks, once again, they're going the OKC Thunder route, gets this done. It's just you got to find the money to make a match, right? And that can be the part that can be a little bit tricky at times. But I think if you did like Dario Saric, yeah, that's $8 million right there. And he's a $12 million player, so we need about $4 million more. I think maybe toss him like Torrey Craig. Is Josh Koch, I don't know if he's on the team or not, but we'll assume, I'll toss him in. I don't think he's on the team anymore, but is he? I don't know. Did he end up going to the Suns? Regardless, just insert player to get it done. It could be any of those guys, a combination of those guys. And we'll probably toss in, because they are giving up, Dario Saric. They're going to want some sort of center back. Now, obviously, they can go and sign like a Hassan Whiteside, which they would probably be better off doing. But, like Azbuki, I guess we'll toss him in there. Actually, man, do the Jazz want to do that? Probably not. I think they would just go out and sign a veteran center. So, man, who can we toss in, though? That's just like a toss-in player. Nobody really. I mean, Jared Butler, I guess. Says he's listed as a shooting guard. I think he's more of a point guard, but having Colin Sexton on the team and stuff like that, yeah, that position is pretty much kept up. So we'll do something like this. Don't read too much into the last asset included right there. And then obviously, too, the Suns would once again be giving him draft picks. Now, I don't know if he's worth 2 first-round picks. I think this is about fair. 1 first-round pick right here. Now, you can argue a second one, but you guys let me know in the comment section below. So there we go. We got that going through. And then we have 1 player left. Mike Conley. But this is a trade that's going to have Mike Conley, but also Malik Beasley. And the reason I want to give him Malik Beasley here is because the trade that we're going to be doing, I don't think just Mike Conley is enough. Like, I'm going to say it like this, man. I don't think it's enough. And I'm now, the team we're going to be trading with, it's an addition by subtraction situation. But it's actually going to be a trade with the yes man, the Los Angeles Lakers, for Russell Westbrook and those 2 first-round draft picks. Now, obviously, they're going to be later draft picks or whatnot. Because I don't think that Mike Conley is worth 2 first-round picks. Now, if you want to do Mike Conley for Russell Westbrook and 1 first-round pick, that's fine. But I think the Lakers also getting a guy like Malik Beasley, who's only 24. He is a bucket. Maybe last year not so much, but he did have a really good season for the T-Wolves. He has really high confidence. It just gives them, a little stable force with Mike Conley. Mike Conley probably coming off the bench. Or Patrick Beverley. I guess either way you really want to do that. Malik Beasley as a starting 2. And then, you get those draft picks out of it. You get out of the contracts. Russell Westbrook, you buy out, and you're good to go there, man. So that is the trade we are going to do there. I think it's pretty fair, but you guys might disagree with me. Let me know that in the comment section below, or if you would change something up there. And yeah, Russell Westbrook, released to free agency. Go wherever you want, Russell. The world is your oyster, man. And at this point, you're a pretty garbage team, but you have some promising young talent. You have like 5 more first-round draft picks, and you're going to be bad next year. So you're going to be set up to go for one of those superstar guys in the 2023 NBA draft class. I like it, man. I like it a lot. So, yeah, that's kind of my thought process with it. But you guys let me know, man, in the comment section below. What should the Utah Jazz do? If you're watching this video, I am making this a day before it was posted, so there's a chance a trade might have went through. If it did, I'll definitely know about that, and I'll make note of it in the comment section below. But that's all we got, man. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.